it was just last week that they came up to say that whether there is nothing the federal government is going to tell them for them to disembark on this strike, that this strike must take place as long as they have not met all their demands. They didn't say some, they say all their demands. And I know that they put up to 5, 6 demands. I don't want to read those because of time, which you already know about them. So how come they now suspended the strike for another 30 days, that is for 1 month? Don't you think that if they could take this step after all we are not going back, the federal government needs to do something? We don't want to hear the only negotiation we want to hear is that everything is going to be on ground. Don't you think if they could shift this strike in the next 30 days, the federal government would just be like, it would just be like children knowing that I'm not doing, I don't want to eat. The mother will know that you will still eat. Don't you think that this is, playing with the nation or something?
What I will advise NLC, if they would take my advice, is remove the issue of strike, because you don't want to go on strike. You don't want to.
No, but if you say they don't want to go on strike, we know that they gave the federal government some demands, and the federal government has met. Federal government has at least increased the salaries of federal workers. Talking about federal servants, that's something. That should be enough for them to consider. And
that's what I'm saying now. Government will always do something that will make you to call out strike. So forget about announcing strike. You are just creating unnecessary high blood pressure for us. You will announce. Is this the first time they have done it under this particular regime? You want to announce strike. People are preparing themselves. There's going to be strike. The next thing it is called up. Then you announce again. Who are you toying with? So if you know, which they already know now, that they will not be able to go on strike, forget about it. Just keep negotiating with government. Stop this issue of we will go on strike, then you will not go. We will go on strike, then you will not go. In the end, it will turn out to be what you and I know in our local society, traditional society, these stories. How somebody was always saying there's a lion. People were thinking the day a real lion came.
But do you think this is the best way to push the federal government to meet their demand? Because if they have said, if the federal government do something, we will consider, but they said, if they don't do everything that we have we have written down, we are not going back. But I'm shocked to see that the strike has been extended for the next 1 month. Don't you think that if the federal government comes to give and do another thing, there's every tendency they might shift the strike for the next...
I agree with you now. What NLC is trying to do is to continue to be relevant. Because they feel that as long as strike is still a vocab in their mouth, we will give them respect. So we will suspend it, but we'll come back in 30 days so that Nigerians think they are serious. Remove this thing completely. Don't go on strike again because you are not ready to go on strike. You are not even willing to go on strike.